Hello, welcome to the Broker Bites podcast. I'm your host, Laura Dahl, broker and owner of Music City Experts. Today I've got an amazing, incredible guest with us. I would love to introduce you guys to Candice Van Bibber. She has been an agent with me going, how long have you
It'll
been?
be almost 3 years.
3 years almost. A lot of you know Candice. She is a staple in our community, lives in Spring Hill, works in all over, actually. She'll go anywhere, I think, just about. I see contracts come in with her name on them in cities I've never even heard of, so I know sure her car goes anywhere. But we're really looking forward to introducing you guys to Candice today and showcasing her business and what makes her one of our deliberately different agents. So, Candice, thanks for being our guest today. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about how you got into real estate.
So I was in the food service industry most of my life. I started out when I was 13. And in 2006, I was bartending at the Side Truck Pub in Spring Hill.
Okay.
And this broker walked in and he asked me if I'd ever thought about getting into real estate. And I said, well, I've always liked it. My family's fixed and flipped and stuff like that. I said, but I've never really thought about it before. And he said, why don't you go to real estate school? I'll pay for it and you can come to work for me after.
Wow.
And I said, awesome. That sounds like a plan.
Awesome. And how long ago was that?
That was back in 2006.
2006. All right. So your career has morphed and changed a lot since 2006,
especially since I got in when the market crashed. That was just, everybody was bailing out as an agent, but I was diving head into it.
Right.
So.
And I'm that crazy person too. I actually owned a real estate firm in 2006. So trust me, that's when I was opening my firm. So I get it.
Wow.
Perfect timing of a perfect storm, actually. So talk to us a little bit about how your career has changed since 2006.
So when I first started out, I started doing rentals, which then converted them to, purchases down the road. And then I specialized in short sales and foreclosures. Okay. I was the person who was advertising all of those properties to try to be able to get people to just really understand the process. A lot of people at that time had suffered severely financial setbacks, and they didn't realize that short sales were an option or what they even were. Mm-hmm. So educating the public back then for that situation was good. As far as now, I pretty much sell just about everything, including commercial real estate. That's really super cool.
Awesome. That's amazing. Let's talk a little bit about just kind of some lessons you've learned along the way. I know you've had some great mentors along the way. You've worked and partnered with some great agents who've kind of helped you cut your teeth in commercial, mm-hmm. helped you learn some things. Do you want to share any of the mentorship or kind of guidance that you've had along the way?
Absolutely. So I started off as a buyer's agent and had a lot of good training through a different brokerage. And then I had moved my license to a mom and pop, and they said, we want you to work on trying to build yourself as a listing agent. Well, I always loved going to show the home, so I thought, okay, but then I converted myself to a listing agent, and I love that even more because mm-hmm. you get to do both sides equally. So that was really a lot of fun. And then I wound up joining a firm with RE/MAX, and at that time, my mentor, Michelle Sampson, was just incredible. She taught me everything, new construction, commercial. It was just amazing.
Awesome. And I know you had an incredible, amazing business prior to coming to Music City Experts. I think you were at about $6.5 million, something like that. We spent some time together. We did some one-on-ones. The end of last year, you finished almost at a $10 million production. Mm-hmm. You want to talk a little bit about how that came to be?
Yes. So when I first got into it, when we were starting the coaching process, I decided that I needed to simplify things that I wasn't very good at, like administrative stuff on the back end side. Mm-hmm. So I hired an assistant to do all the contract to close things, helped hire somebody to do the digital marketing thing, and that really freed me up to really catapult my business to the next level.
Sure.
I think also coaching played a huge part in it between yourself and another coaching program that I'm currently in, the Locker Room University, and that's just amazing because it gets you to really think outside the box.
Absolutely. So. I love that, and thanks for the shout out for the Locker Room. We're actually one of the only company in Middle Tennessee that has that coaching program available to their agents. So,
It's a game changer. I mean, if nobody's doing it now, they need to be doing it because it really forces you to get out of your comfort zone. And there were some in the activities I don't, know how to do or wasn't comfortable with, and just meeting those people and getting into the community more and establishing those relationships was just awesome.
I love it. Do you have a particular type of client that you enjoy working with over another?
I have a passion for single moms because I'm one myself.
Yeah.
So to see their stories from, being put in a situation that was less uncomfortable to seeing them achieve their goals and dreams is just incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome to be a part of that. I think it's very rewarding too, so I love that. Talk to us a little bit about, for some agents that are out there listening, that are looking at your kind of production and your business, do you have any pointers or tips to other agents about how they can duplicate your success?
I think it's really important that you are in a coaching program because, especially for a new agent, if you're starting out, you don't know a whole lot, and there's so many different avenues in real estate to do. It's like, where do I begin?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's essential. I think time blocking is huge too. That was one of my areas of opportunity when I first started, but like now everything is really like clockwork. 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the gym. 6 o'clock is breakfast, emails, all that. And then, from 8 to 10, you're prospecting and following up. And then you're setting your appointments, twice a day, on those specific times so that your clients know exactly your routine and you coach them and they have a great experience with that.
That's perfect. I love that. I know you're super involved in the Chamber of Commerce, so the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce. Talk to us about your experience with the Chamber and how that's helped catapult your business as well.
So most of my business does come from the Chamber as far as referrals. I've been active in the Chamber since 2007, and I became an ambassador 3 years ago. And being an ambassador, you get to really get that one-on-one conversation and go to the businesses and visit them and see how they're doing with the Chamber. Are they reacting with it? Are they getting enough out of it? What can we do to help you? And I think the biggest thing too is at the Chamber luncheons, we always try to have valuable speakers, and we constantly get feedback about the incredible mentorship and the connections that they make.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've seen you interact with, I've seen your business flourish just from your connections. I think you've also made some incredible connections with other people due to your membership in the Chamber. So I love that, and I love that you could share that with our listeners as well. So I know your tagline is turning dirt into dreams,
Mm-hmm.
right? So talk to us about what that means.
Well, a lot of times, people don't understand the home buying process. So to me, a lot of people don't think at some point it's achievable. So if you have a person that, let's say they have credit issues, a good example is a couple that just closed a couple weeks ago. I've worked with them for 3 years.
Wow.
On an action plan, and then he changed jobs and she changed jobs, and then we finally got them the home of their dreams, and they're turning it into their little mini farm. So I think what's super important is, even if you hit a rock wall, don't give up, because you're still going to turn dirt into dreams, whether you're building or you're buying existing.
I love it. I love that tagline too. And then I want to talk to you about your heart, because that's the other reason why I love you and why I wanted to showcase you on our podcast too, is because I think people, need to get to know you if they haven't. And I want them to know a little bit about what makes you unique and special. And I think your heart is one of them. I know you have an event coming up at the end of the month. It's Halloween, October 31st. You're having a Halloween party, but it's something more than that. You actually have a very philanthropic part to it that I want to share. So talk to us about your event.
I'm so excited. So last year I started this annual Halloween Extravaganza, and it features food donations and monetary donations for the Well Outreach of Spring Hill. They service Williamson County, the schools, they provide the jetpacks. They also provide families with the food drive-up that you can come and they load everything in your car. So we're collecting food donations for the entire month of October. I've spearheaded it through the subdivision that I live in, the Arbors of Autumn Ridge. And then we also have local donation boxes placed at Burn, Boot, and Spring Hill, the Chamber of Commerce, Premier Chiropractic, and Need a Break Childcare.
Okay.
So they can come and bring any type of dry good, rice, beans, canned goods, it doesn't matter. And if they don't have time to do that, then they can, just make a donation monetarily wise if they want to as well. And then the night of Halloween, as a reward to the people who are donating, they will receive, I have 150 sandwiches, box sandwiches, that people can pick up as they bring a donation.
Okay.
And they'll get to take a little Halloween bag with them if they want to go use
Love
that
it.
to trick or treat. So
That's awesome. I appreciate all that you do for the community you live in. I think that's so important that we give back to the families that we serve. And I love that. And we have a collection box here at our office as well that you can drop off canned goods or food pantry items as well. So
Yay.
thank you so much
Thank
for that.
you.
So I know you mentioned too, you also work in the commercial sector. What types of commercial clients are you helping?
Right now, we've got clients that are looking at commercial warehouses, commercial land, and commercial buildings. We specialize in sales of commercial.
Okay.
We can help with leases, but we're available to do that. But we very much specialize in the commercial aspect of it, and we have great resources. We have CoStar and LoopNet. A lot of residential agents don't have that
Correct.
coverage, so it's so awesome that our brokerage offers that.
I love that, and I love that you take advantage of it. And lastly, I'll ask you, is there anything in particular you want our listeners to know about you and your business? What's a fun fact about you, or something that you think most people don't know about you?
I think a fun fact about me is that I love kids. I think a lot of people don't know that I foster, and I've fostered over 15 kids, and I adopted a sibling group of 3 as a result of it. So my love for children in the community is just what propels me to do more and more.
I love that. I love that. All right. So how can people find you? If they would like to work with you, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at www.onfireagent.com. My business office is located at 512 Autumn Springs Court in Franklin, and my direct cell is 615-727-4777, and my email is onfireagent@gmail.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being my guest today. I really appreciate it, and thank you for sharing all that you do for not only the community of Spring Hill, but for single moms or anyone in the community really, and then helping other businesses in the chamber really get the most out of their membership. And I really love having you here, and I'm really grateful that you trusted us with your business. But I think people out there, buyers and sellers, would be remiss not to check you out and to want to work with you.
Oh,
So thank you. So
I'm honored.
awesome. Thanks so much. Join us next week.